Eyes will be firmly fixed on number 7 Henry, who plies his trade over for Benfica in Portugal. It's a Vietnamese side that has goals in it. 8 out of the 14 goals they've scored so far are in the starting lineup. That means it's 2 apiece for Duong An Thong, Tran Van Vu, Nguyen Bo Quan and Lee Quoc Nam. They all get a start for Bruno Formosa, who has promised to try and break the game down into smaller moments to disrupt the Japanese rhythm. Will that happen? Well, we're just about to see. You're joining us here live on Fox Sports. Thank you for your company. Of course, bringing you all of the best AFC action and, of course, all the best officials. Nordin Bukin and Hussein Mohammed Khalali will take charge of this game. It is the AFC Futsal Championships live from Uzbekistan. Japan taking on Vietnam. The handshakes, the formalities now all done. The time for the talking has stopped from Miguel Rodrigo. It's now time to go and do the business. And he will rely on his 14 players and the squad that he has there to be able to get the job done. Bruno Formosa, can Vietnam upset the apple cart? It would be one of the biggest shocks, you do have to say, in recent years in futsal if they were to overcome Japan. But anything can happen in futsal. It only takes a second to score a goal, and goals and action is fast and flowing, so anything is possible. So the officials just checking the nets just to make sure that everything's okay. Nguyen Van Hooy in goal, just going through his formalities, which is, as you saw there, he touches the post and the crossbar all the way across. Goalkeepers have these little quirks, even at the full senior professional level. Futsal is just a slightly different version of football, as you are about to find out. Lots of little rules that are different to the 11-a-side game, and we'll bring you those as the game goes on. You'll see the 5 numbers there on the back. That's to do with the foul counts. That may be evident throughout this first period of 20 minutes, but as mentioned, we'll let you know when it happens. Almost all set to go then, and it will be Japan that will be kicking off in the blue strip. The Japanese fans, as always, out in force. Vietnam in the red will defend the goal to the right. Just waiting for the all clear from the match commissioner to get things and proceedings underway. Can Japan go through again? 3-time champions, and they are the ones that kick off. So straight away, Henry creates a yard, but Nguyen Van Hooy was in the way just as well. We'll close down the veteran Morioka, doing ever so well. Has scored 2 fantastic goals throughout this tournament. One was a solo individual effort, and the other one was an absolute pile driver. 37-year-old hasn't lost any of his touch at all. All played forwards there from Lee Quoc Nam. Not the best ball, it has to be said. Goal in the first 2 games, one against Chinese Taipei and one against Tajikistan. Here's the skipper, Takita. Scoops it forwards looking for Morioka. Couldn't get his volleying right the other day, Morioka, in the final group game. They were going to him from the corners and from the kick-ins. Just wasn't finding the target. In fact, was ballooning the ball over most of the time. So we know that Miguel Rodrigo has said we need to come out and try and be a lot more positive in front of goal. In fact, when he talked about winning the mental battle, he followed that up by saying we must be more accurate in front of goal. So that's the only thing that he feels is letting his side down at the moment. Morioka. Takita. Back to Morioka. Good turn from him. Morioka! There you go. Has the scoring touch deserted the veteran? Great play from him initially, just to roll his man and get the shot away. Nguyen Bo Quan. Well, it's a high press that the Japanese are employing. We saw that against Qatar. They did press high up the field of play. Henry just gets himself in the way. Well, the first chance, the first real goal-scoring chance going the way of Lee Kwok Nam. Sakaguchi up to the mark. A good save from him. Miguel Rodrigo will be wondering how he was given that much time. Double shot coming in, but Morioka comes away with the ball, fights off the challenge and feeds Henry. Here's Morioka again. Was looking to use Henry as a screen there. Henry, fleet of foot, Morioka round the corner. Good save from Gwen Van Hooy. Yoshikawa did ever so well, opened himself right up. Gwen Van Hooy went down but used his feet. Good save from him in the end. As you know, the clock stops every time the ball goes out of play, so we do get a full quota of 20 minutes. The stretcher being called for. Really see what happened there. Just get the ball in the nose on the way back out. Possible. Amfat is coming on. Takita with the ball in. Amfat trying to close down with Lee Kwok Nam. Doing just enough. Yoshikawa. Nice ball played forwards. Takita, the little back heel. Henry! Another good save from Gwen Van Hooy. Another one of those keepers who has a knack of being in the right place at the right time and opening his body right up as well. Good save from him. Takita, Morioka, closed down quickly. Bao Kwan just tries to flick that one forwards, but Sakaguchi was quickly off his line, just to quell any danger. Here's Henry again. Morioka, just a little bit too far in front of Yoshikawa. Japanese fans come out and force. The Vietnamese fans are exactly the same. Thắng ĐKVĐ just keeping it simple. Tran Long Vu. Morioka closing down quickly as well. Was that a foul? No, said the referee. Morioka going to ground. Didn't agree with that one. Tran Tai Hoi. Well, there's all sorts going on off the ball here, as well as on the ball. Tran Tai Hoi just losing out, but then winning it back. Real feisty affair at the moment. Dan Fat from range, not a million miles away. Wasn't that far. It had Sakaguchi scrambling. As the rotation starts to come for the Japanese now. Here's Henmi. Yoshikawa. Morioka. Goes down very, very quickly. Has to go all the way back to Sakaguchi. It's poor control from Henmi. Watanabe comes into the fray. Easily picked off. Sakai, the little toe punch, trying to catch out Gwen Van Hooy. Bruno Formosa not happy at all that the space wasn't closed down quickly enough. It's a lovely ball to the far post. Drilled in from Sakai. Yoshikawa barking out some instructions. Just a change of angle for Watanabe. It was his all-important goal in that opening game against Qatar that was the difference. Watanabe. Ball judged to have gone out of play. Just. Well, an inch is as good as a mile, they do say. From Tonglan. Comes the handball. Nishitani closing down quickly. That's a nice ball play forwards there from Tran Tai Hui. From Tonglan. Does well to keep possession, looks to square it, does Chen Longfu. But again, the Japanese defending very, very stoutly. Oh, it was almost an own goal off Nishitani. Pushed out, not well enough though. Long range shot comes in, just wide again. Tran Tai Hui. Trying his luck from range. That wasn't a million miles away. Sakaguchi pouncing on that loose ball. Sakai looking to work the line. Easily dealt with though. Boya gets back on the ball. Shitani back to Naboya. Lovely ball over to Watanabe. Sakai. Just a misplaced pass there. Naboya giving it away. And a chance here. Well, you just thought that the slide was going to come in from Tran Tai Hui. Just didn't anticipate enough. Bruno Formosa spoke about micro games and about games within games and the series of smaller moments, and he was talking about 5-minute periods, and they've done ever so well in the opening 5.5, nearly 6 minutes so far, the Vietnamese. Now they've got to build from there. Zandu is on. Easily kept from Pham Do Qua. Possession kept from Nguyen Minh 3. Not afraid to have a go either. Shitani closed down quickly, and it's well won back. Uzandu doing the dirty work there in the middle of the field, or the middle of the court, I should say. It is again. Just keeps it simple. Now Uzandu, Nam got on the end of it, but just couldn't get the desired touch and contact. So Naboya skips past the challenge. Naboya! Well, after the Vietnamese had done so well to hold out Japan and really have a go at them, it's the Japanese that break the deadlock. It's his third goal of the tournament. Naboya makes no mistake, but he was given far too much time on that outside. Just skipped past thắng ĐKVĐ like he wasn't there. Changed the angle. Gwen van Hooy a little bit too far out of his goal, trying to narrow that angle. A cool, calm finish from Naboya. Japan lead by 1-0. And changes as well. Morioka back on. Good closing down from the Vietnamese once more. Chance. Morioka found the ball at his feet. So another full rotation back to the starting 4 outfield players from the Japanese. Yoshikawa. Henmi does well to keep possession. Yoshikawa tries from range, look for the deflection, but well defended from Tran Long Vu. Here's Henmi again. Does well to keep it. Morioka. Always moving, Henmi. Again, a lovely ball down the line, and that was simple. Well played. Takita just couldn't get on the end of it, though. A real chance, you do have to say. A nice little disguise there from Tran Van Vu. And again, Morioka gets himself in behind. Should really have done better. He's had a couple of opportunities so far in this period. Lifted it over the goalkeeper, but wide of the post. And it was a golden opportunity to double Japan's advantage. Quiet from Bruno Formosa, just trying to get his point across. out there, put it on show. Hui gets things back underway. Rimbo Kwan. Easy simple layoff there for Duang Antong. And again, you can see Japan there, 3 blue shirts pressing the red shirts. Really are looking to apply pressure. Here's Henmi. Morioka. Back to Henmi. Lovely 1-2 with Morioka. Morioka looked to create that yard done fat with the challenge. Needed to be timed to perfection. And it was. Morioka off the back of Gwen Baokwan. Buzandu. Romantong. Back to Buzandu. Hui. That's well won back though from Takita. Teed it up nicely for Hoshi. Oh, the 30-year-old just firing wide of the target there. Has the free kick been awarded? It looks that way. We're hearing in the other quarter-final, the final one, it's 2-0 in favour of Iran. 2 quick goals in the space of a minute. Means that they are getting the better of Kyrgyzstan at the moment. Here it's Japan that are just edging it. Take nothing away from this Vietnamese side, though. They basically controlled the game for 5 or 6 minutes. Then the Japanese started to play a little bit more. That's when they nicked their goal through Naboya in the 8th minute. Hamfat closed down quickly. Hui. The passing, the movement. You have to say the word that Bruno Formoso is doing with the national team. Looks good. Chongwan unable to retain possession earlier on in that move, and again Japan closing down very, very quickly. Sakai keeps it simple to Nishitani. Nishitani back down the line. It's a lovely reverse pass and a chance for Naboya. Well, he's looking for his second. Did well to break in there. Oh, dispossessed and a real chance, Hoshi. Good tracking back there from the Vietnamese again, though. Buzandu tees it up nicely. Fong Trung Luan. Nam is back on the field of play. Fong Trung Luan just keeping it simple. The long-range shot from Lee Kwok Nan, not a million miles away. Naboya, Nishitani, lovely give and go. Naboya's in again. And that should be a yellow card as well by the looks of things. Van der Kwa just clipping him off the ball. It was an accident. The officials, as though they've agreed. Don't want to give this man too much space. Morioka fires it, goal bound and in. Well, he may be getting a bit long in the tooth, but he's not getting short in the hammer. He's drilled that one home. A fantastic finish from Morioka. That's his third of the tournament, and it's come at just the right time for Japan, who can breathe a huge sigh of relief. Very difficult when there are bodies in the way. Nguyen Van Huy, no real chance there at all. As you can see what it means to the veteran. So Vietnam, we said they had a mountain to climb, but they could pull one back here. Well closed down from Henry. They are having a go. It's always good to see. Okay, if you want to be an advocate of this game, you watch the way that he passed the ball and didn't stand still, made an angle. That's what these players always do, and you can see there on the sideline Miguel Rodrigo saying that to his players, but give the ball away cheaply. So a chance here to punt it forwards. Phong Truong Loan. Well, the foul committed, and it looks like a yellow card as well. Yoshikawa that's gone into the book. Yeah, that's cynical, I think is the correct word for that. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first yellow card that the Japanese have picked up in this tournament. They've got to defend here. Oh, what a finish! Tran Van Vu out of absolute nowhere. That was a strike. Tran Van Vu gets his third of the tournament. And boy, oh boy, didn't he spank that one. Well, Sakaguchi didn't help things by moving backwards. But that's an interesting one now. Coming together, it is a foul in favour of Morioka. Oh, Vietnam really are making a fist of this one. Sakai should really have hit the target, so that was a waste. And so Vietnam look to try and get another one and get into this. It's a lovely little turn from Tran Van Vu. It's a nice turning turn from Sakai, who finds Yoshikawa. Here's Henry. battling hard. Lovely piece of footwork there. Just running out of space. There is the goal scorer, Tran Van Vu. What a cool, calm finish it was from him. Only scored the solitary goal in qualification, but already has 3 in this tournament. 2 goals coming against Tajikistan, and he's now got 1 against Japan. Naboya. That's good quick feet from Sakai. She needs to thread it through the eye of a needle into the path of Yoshikawa. One back though is Gwen Bokwan. Oh, just running out of play, nowhere to go. Oh, good work. Yoshikawa doing ever so well to skip past the challenges, but now they've got to defend Japan. Naboya doing well to trap back in there. See exactly what Yoshikawa was trying to do, put it on a plate for Watanabe. Solid defending from Watanabe. Plays over in China for Dalian Yinxiao. One of the 3 foreign exports, as it were, that Japan have in their squad. On the angle, just a little bit too tight there for Tran Tai Hui. Naboya gives it away. There's red shirts pouring forwards. Tran Tai Hui not afraid to take things on. Everybody backed off him, allowed him time and space. Just pulled his shot wide. Watanabe. It's a lovely turn from Naboya. Wants support, but it's not there. Creates the yard. A loose one almost picked up by Osodo. First time he's been on the court today. Here he is again. Watanabe. Long-range shot, wasn't a bad one either from Yoshikawa. Van Hooy yet again up to task. Osodo. Best strike that we've seen. So just a fraction over 3 minutes to go. It's Japan with a slender 2-1 advantage. Could have been worse for them. Tran Tai Hui just snatched at that one. The Vietnamese got the discipline to come in the second half and do exactly what they've done here, and that is take the game to Japan. Naboya flicks it forwards. Watanabe couldn't keep it in play. Good touch from Pham Dokwa. And he is again. Just keeps it simple. Taiyoi closed down quickly. Min3. There's the pressure from the Japanese. Soto very, very close to his man, allowing him the time and space to turn. That's cheaply given away. Naboya breaks forwards, has a Soto in the middle. Naboya pulls it back. Watanabe couldn't make the contact. You saw how quickly the four red shirts were inside the D. Everybody back trying to put pressure on the ball. Ball Kwang. Nice ball played forward through when Min3. It is again Min3. Taiyoi. Bit of space for Gwen Min3. Possession kept. So 90 seconds remain in this half. Well, good closing down from Watanabe. Bamboo just trying to urge everybody to calm down a little bit. Tembo Kwan. There's that press from the Japanese again. You have to get it right as a team, otherwise they could be exposed. And almost were there. Nishitani clears his lines. Bamboo just scoops it forwards. Now into the final minutes. Morioka tees it up. Nishitani. Henmi into the side netting. Hold on quickly though. Vietnam looking to take the game back to Japan. A little bit of time and space there for Duong and Dong. It is again. Nam with the layoff. And Bo Kwan forced all the way back and just hacked away in the end. Just about 20 seconds on the clock. It's not far away from Henmi. So timeout called. You would think that it's Japan that'll go to the tactical book and turn around one that they've used in training. See, the magic board is out.
Tenemos falta, no hay contraataque, ¿de acuerdo?
Miguel Rodrigo, as predicted, saying let's do this from this set play. Let's see if we can't just conjure up a goal before half-time. So poked in, time was running down for Henmi. Morioka was making the run, and they'll have another opportunity. Yoshikawa with the ball in. Henmi couldn't sort his feet out quickly enough. It's a little bit scrappy right at the end here. Japan desperate to try and edge themselves in front a little bit more. Morioka goes all the way back. Iran lead by 3-0. There's only a couple of seconds here. They'll see that through till half-time, and as you can see, the players starting to walk off. That will just about do it as the horn goes and brings this first period to an end. Well, it's semi-final berth is at the reckoning. And we do know that Iran are beating Kyrgyzstan at half-time by 3-0. So the winner of this looks as though they would be playing Iran. 4 semi-finalists qualify automatically. Then there is a reverse bracket, a 5th to 8th placing, where the 5th place side, all the losing quarter-finalists, will play off in what would be a semi-final. And whoever wins the semi-final goes through to the final. And that has a World Cup berth, the final 5th berth for Asia. So there is still plenty to play for, not just pride, but also the opportunity to go up and go up against the best in the world. Japan are the reigning champions. They do need to up it somewhat, it has to be said, as Vietnam did not back or shy away from anything at all. There was 37 minutes and 22 seconds of actual game time in that first period of 20 minutes. Of course, the clock stops every time the ball goes out of play. The counters there behind the referee, you can see, are reset to 0. 5 fouls each half each team is allowed. And it is going to be Vietnam that will get us underway in the red strip, kicking from left to right. So they gave the Japanese as good as they got in that first period. And they do that in this period. Morioka just tried to find Yoshikawa, couldn't. Here's Henry, of course, was the MVP 2 editions ago in this competition. Morioka. Kept simple by Yoshikawa. Seems to be a little bit more zest about this Japanese side. We've only had 30-odd seconds, but there's a little bit more crispness in the pass. There's a little bit more movement as well. So you would think that harsh words were said at half-time from Miguel Rodrigo. Even by his own admissions, they were sluggish when they played against Qatar. Morioka. Just not clinical enough in front of goal. Rembo Kwan just keeps things simple, as does Tran Van Vu. Nice little ball into the middle. The reverse pass there was looking for the run of Lee Kwok Nam. Just couldn't find him. Morioka just shielding the ball and turns his man sublimely and just tried to feed it into the path there of Sakai, who closes down well. Lee Kwok Nam does well to retain possession. Dan Phat is back on the field as well. Lee Kwok Nam. Rembo Kwan. Nice little ball inside, but no power in that shot from Dan Phat. Japan, though, it's bowled out quickly and a real opportunity. The keeper came a long, long way. Sakai with the second follow-up attempt. Yoshikawa found himself one-on-one with Gwen Van Hoy. Oh my goodness, Sakaguchi almost caught out and embarrassed there. You can tell from that Wardy smile, he knew he almost got done there. Lee Kwok Nam. Well, was it a shot? Was it a clearance? Well, it was something that wasn't that far away. Here's Henmi, Morioka. Sakai. Morioka closed down quickly again. Dan Phat coming across and putting the challenge in. Henry. Snapshots had Gwen Van Hooy troubled somewhat. But here come Vietnam again. From Trong Luan. Does ever so well. Dispossessed by Henry though. Good feet shown as well from Yoshikawa. Big rotation coming up here. There's Japan. Just go to the sidelines with the ball. The only man left on the field at the moment. It's cheaply given away, far too cheap, as was that from Tran Long Vu. Keita comes in to fill up the new quota. Almost 4 minutes gone. Shitani, it's a lovely ball over there, and that's really well played. Watanabe's on the floor. Well, something akin there to breakdancing, you would say. Watanabe slipping past the ball, trying to squirm his way back round to get a shot away, but just couldn't. Takita, Ishitani couldn't keep it in play. Just couldn't twist himself round quickly enough, could he? At a stage to say that if Vietnam could get another one and we went to 2-2, then we would have extra time, which consists of 2 periods of 5 minutes each way. Have to get that goal first, though. Not allowed time and space like that for Takita to get the shot away. Chan Tai Hui just keeping it simple, nicely helped on, but just a little bit too far there from Tran Long Vu. Naboya just looking to dictate the pace. Takita finds Watanabe. Naboya. Nice ball rolled in. Watanabe with a layoff. Nishitani tees it up. Naboya gets dispossessed. Nishitani does well to win it back, but then concedes possession back to Tran Long Vu. From Trong Luan. He's dispossessed, and a chance here for Takita. Watanabe. A long-range shot, deflected and in. Well, you can see there Bruno Formosa on the sidelines, not happy at all. The strike coming from Watanabe. But there was an element of luck in that, you have to say.
Goal for Japan by player number 10, Ibuya Kazuhiro.
Well, it's Naboya that's been credited with the goal. It's Watanabe that pulled it back. Did it take a nick? It certainly looked like it. Yes, it did. Wrong footing, Gwen Van Hooy. So Japan restore themselves a 2-goal advantage. Here's Henry. Nice ball played in, was just looking there for Yoshikawa. Sakai. Morioka. Sakai on the turn. Vietnam keen to get on with this quickly. Nice ball laid inside Lee Kwok Nam. Again, Sekiguchi called into action. Lee Kwok Nam doing ever so well to create the yard for himself. Sekiguchi up to the task. Again, Lee Kwok Nam from range. Deflected over though. So Japan having to defend here a little bit. Possession kept. Vuzan Du tries Lee Kwok Nam. Back to Vu. Underquar getting involved as well. Lee Kwok Nam in the thick of the action at the moment. That's good skill from Vuzan Du. Just slightly overplayed though on that occasion. Henmi. Sakai just finds Morioka. Henmi. Great feet to find Morioka, who also in turn shows good feet, and the long range strike just wide. That was well played. Again, Japan looking to probe openings here. Morioka looking to get in behind. Well defended in the end, it has to be said, from Pham Do Khoa. Sakai. Morioka. Morioka looked as though he was nudged in the back there. Just a little wave of the finger to the referee saying, "Are you sure?" No free kick awarded. Chon Tai-hui can get on with things again. That's a lovely ball played forwards. Nice touch from Gwen Min 3. And the right to take that on. That just catch the post as well. Watanabe trying to get in the thick of the action. It's brought forwards by Tran Van Vu though. Rimbo Kwan. Rimbo Kwan again. 9 minutes gone of this second period. Japan lead by 3-1. Good closing down from Naboya. He finds Watanabe. To Kita, to Naboya. Just tries to help that one round the corner for Watanabe. Couldn't quite find him. More changes then for the Vietnamese side as well. Good defending in the end. Nishitani just getting his body in the way. Sometimes that's all it's required. Here's Nishitani again. Naboya. Watanabe. Naboya sucks the defenders in. Takita battling away. Naboya finds Watanabe. Tried the little toe poke past Gwen Van Hoy. Just not wider enough from the keeper. The Vietnamese side not afraid to zip this around. In fact, runs into some trouble. Watanabe again tries the little flick past Gwen Van Hoy. No power in the shot there on the counter-attack from Tran Van Vu. Had a little bit more time there than he realised, Watanabe. Well, that's sporting. That's very, very sporting from the Japanese. They see and saw that a Vietnamese player had gone down. They were allowed to bring on a sub. And straight away, Japan walked across and played the ball back. Top draw from Japan. They will no doubt be in line for the Fair Play Award again. They always are, the Japanese. They are very, very disciplined indeed. Good closing down there from Yoshikawa. Morioka. Sakai. Henmi. Oh, it's a lovely ball back inside, and Sakai pulls his shot wide. Well played again from Japan. They are showing fits and starts how good they can be. Little bits of quality here and there. That's great battling, it has to be said, from Tran Long Vu. Oh, Morioka just comes and picks his pocket though. Well, there's only a fraction over 7 minutes remaining here, and I don't think we've had a foul so far in this second period. I can't see any lights on. That's how free-flowing this game has been. And not niggly. It's been played in absolutely the right spirit, and that was epitomised by the Japanese giving that ball back. Morioka just couldn't get there. Foul awarded there. Sakai didn't realise that the Vietnamese were going to play the ball out. When Min 3 could see right across, saw that Morioka was on the ground, looked as though he had an issue. Just landed awkwardly, I think, more than anything. Just back to his feet though, so he's okay now. And that's good play from Pham Do Qua. Playing it off the on-rushing player, which was, of course, the veteran Morioka. Nam losing out on that occasion. Yoshikawa, Morioka. Oh, you knew what was coming. Japan feel that with a 3-1 lead that they can try that. Morioka's just had an earful from Bruno Formosa. Because 3-1 isn't 4-1. And a goal for Vietnam could throw a cat amongst the pigeons. Nam. Nice ball played out to Vuzandu. Given away though, and Henry now has the pace and the ability to take players on. That's brilliant from Dan Fat. Here he is again. Can he score? Yes, he can! Dan Fat is the hero as he cuts the deficit to just one. Well, we did say one goal would throw the cat amongst the pigeons. And is that what we're going to see here? Took it ever so well. Sakaguchi came out towards the edge of the D, but Dan Fat just flicking it in the corner. And we've got game back on. Doesn't look so clever now, Moriaka trying that little back heel, does it? When you can keep possession and tee up a teammate. The question is will it come back to punish the Japanese? Vietnam with their tails up. Nicely down the line from Tran Tai Hui, just a little bit too heavy though. There's no doubt about it here. The Vietnamese are giving the Japanese a scare. Toshi. Oh, it's a lovely ball played back from the skipper, Takita. So Dan Fat might be struggling. A little overextension there. Has put himself about though. To be fair, Dan Fat. It's his goal that really has given Vietnam a chance. There you go. That's that back heel that we were talking about. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. Just trying to make a nuisance of himself up top. Naboya. Osodo. Not a million miles away there, the little snapshots. Well, the angle was against Hoshi. Did well to roll his man. So just over 4 minutes to go. Cheaply given away though. Naboya just makes a little darting run forwards. Still Naboya. Oh dear. Now that looked nasty. That's going to be a yellow card. Is it? It certainly looks that way. Tran Tai Hui is going to find himself in a little spot of bother here. He's trying to apologise. It did look as though Naboya went full pelt into the advertising hoardings. Well, he's chased back. Well, it's shoulder to shoulder. You have to say that for the little man. Looks as though he's going to be struggling there, the 28-year-old. Vietnam still very much in this game. Takita trying the little give and go. Close down quickly though from Tran Van Vu. Naboya back to his feet. Osodo. Good Closing down from Vietnam once more, though. They can take real heart from this game because they are managing to mix it and hold it with, well, the reigning champions. So you have to say the best in Asia. Iran may have something to say about that, though. That's a lovely turn. Hoshi wanted the foul, not given. Takita loses out. This time Naboya, he's the guilty party as he upends thắng ĐKVĐ. So just under 3.5 minutes to go. Grandstand finish. Are we going to get extra time? Timeout's been called by Vietnam. Certainly didn't look like the Japanese called that timeout. There we go, it's time to go back to the board. Formoso just passing on some instruction. And it looks as though it could be another one of those that's out of the coach's notebook. Miguel Rodrigo wants his team alert and ready. He said, watch out for the dink. Didn't transpire that way as the shot was taken on from Tran Van Vu. Now Henry can break forwards. Henry from an acute angle fires it across the face of goal and out for a kick-in. Morioka. Good feed from him. Fighting and battling for it back. Vietnam with just under 3 minutes to try and pull this one out the bag. Mentri. Just wonder if it's going to be long before we see the overload. There we are. It's in play now for the Vietnamese. That's well won from Asodo. Just couldn't get there though. So it is Rembo Kwan, skipper, that's been entrusted with the goalkeeper's jersey. Does just provide that extra man. But if they lose the ball, anything could happen. So Japan have to be mentally strong here. That's given away time and space. Rolled into an empty net, just wide. Sakai. Oh, that was an opportunity to kill the game off. So Vietnam still in this, looking to push for extra time. 90 seconds remain. Rembo Kwan. Van der Kwa. Oh, that's really well played. And at the second attempt, Tran van Vu gets his second of the game. And what is possibly the most important goal that he'll ever score. Because it has drawn Vietnam level with just 80 seconds on the clock. Tran van Vu has done it again.
Goal for Vietnam by player number 11, Tran van Vu. Vietnam terma jamoasi kiritgan to'p muallifi 11-chi raqamdagi.
Are we in for an upset of what would be epic proportions? Never mind that. Are we going to extra time? A minute remains. The change of goalkeeper has obviously gone back. Quinn van Hoyt gets himself back in the sticks. Body's all over the place at the moment. Just land on his knees, Van Hoyt. Certainly looked that way. As it is, it's going to be a corner Japan. Less than a minute remains. Morioka. Morioka. It's a good block and just hooked away from Fuzandu. Yoshikawa helps it forwards. Morioka tried to find Henry. Now the counter-attack's on. Can Vietnam push forwards? That's a great sliding challenge there. And Fat goes to ground. Morioka. Well, anywhere will do at the moment. If they could take this to extra time, it would be a fantastic achievement from the Vietnamese. Sakai finds Henry. Yoshikawa trying to play that through. Morioka. Morioka just checks the clock and just says, OK, we'll do extra time. There's no problem with that. Both sides agree. The little handshakes. And it's Vietnam that will be taking Japan to extra time.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 periods of 5 minutes each of extra time will be played. If scores are level at the end of these 2 periods, kicks from the penalty mark shall be taken.
So, Vietnam have managed to do the unthinkable, and that is take the reigning champions into extra time. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. Japan looking firmly in control at 3-1 with about 5 minutes to play, and then Dan Phat managed to tuck one home to make it 3-2 before Tran van Vu, with just 40 seconds left on the clock and the overload, managed to level things up. So we'll have 2 periods of 5 minutes. Extra time will be played. We know already that Uzbekistan will take on Thailand in the semi-finals. That is done and dusted. Those 2 games were played a little bit earlier on. We also know here that this one's gone to a draw. And we will have extra time. Iran beat Kyrgyzstan by 7 goals to 0. Taibbi again scoring 3. boys starting to come on fire just when it matters. So the only quarter-final to go to extra time is this. The reigning champions, Japan, held by Vietnam. And we will have 2 periods of 5 minutes coming up in a few moments' time. That can hold his head up high. Bruno Formosa, his side have taken the champions all the way here. The question is who is going to go through. The best they've ever done is the quarterfinals, and that was last time out in this competition. It didn't end well for Vietnam. It ended in a 15-4 thumping from Iran. Who would have thought that just 2 years later they would have held the champions after 40 minutes? Well, that is what's happened, and we are going to have extra time in a couple of minutes. Oh, the Samurai Blue really do have it all to do. Rodrigo trying to bark out some instructions and just try and get the best from his team. Just wonder what this is going to do for futsal over in Vietnam. It's very popular, never mind on the futsal courts, but on the streets as well. You'll always see the kids kicking balls around and thoroughly enjoying themselves. But it's results like this that really do give a nation belief and do get them to understand and develop with the sport. So the 2 officials almost ready to get us going. The foul count doesn't get reset for extra time. It will just carry on, and as you can see, there's no real lights on there. I think there's just a solitary one there on the right hand side, as we can see, possibly one on the left. Has this Vietnamese side got enough to take this through to penalties? Then it could be anybody's. In the form that Gwen Van Hoy is in, you never know. You really never know. Penalties can be a lottery. It's all about bottle, and it's all about the ability to slam one home. So extra time almost all set to go here. Which way will it go? That is the big question. It is going to be Japan that will get us underway. Kicking from right to left in the blue strip. Henry. Just couldn't sort his feet out quickly enough. Oh, and at the far post sliding in was Morioka. What a chance that was. Had the goal at his mercy, but just couldn't hit the target. So Japan trying to pop it around, but they are getting caught in possession again and concede it. That's not a good sign. So it's Vietnam's turn to try and control and dictate the pace of the game. Nguyen losing out. Oh, that's really well played. Henry straight into the midriff of Gwen Van Hooy, who came and closed everything down. Ryoka with the strike, just to no avail. To go back to 2007, since there was extra time in a quarter-final. It's Kyrgyzstan against Lebanon. They finished 3-2 in favour of Kyrgyzstan. He scored 3 minutes into extra time. It's a long time, 9 years to go. Without any extra time at this stage of the competition. It just shows you how the smaller nations are catching up even more. Oh, it's brilliant though. It's absolutely sublime, and yet again, Morioka delivers. He may be the elder statesman on the Japanese team, but he still has the quality. Lovely ball down the line from Naboya, but how about that? The little turn inside creates that yard and just slams it home from the top of the D. A stunning strike from a stunning player. Is that going to be what decides this game? Here's Henry. Looks very, very calm, does Miguel Rodrigo. Naboya does well to win it back. Here's Henry. Henry creates the yard and pulls the trigger, but pulls it wide. Chantayoi. Morioka wins it back. Henry finds the ball at his feet and just has to scoop it back. Yoshikawa finds Henry. Naboya just wants to skip past the challenges there and hold off the challenges. Morioka just trying to calm and slow everybody down. Henry, Morioka. Yoshikawa. Morioka. They're dictating a little bit more here, the Japanese. Henry. Toshi is the man who's come on for Morioka. Yoshikawa. It's a great ball for Hoshi. Hoshi wins the kick in. Goes down quickly by Vu Zandu. The Vietnamese have hardly touched the ball in the 3.5 minutes that we've had so far. Osoro. Sakai. Tani helps it on. Oh, that's beautiful. Hoshi was looking for the reverse pass there for Osodo. Unselfish, but again, it's little things like that that you have to be clinical in front of goal, and the change is coming with the extra man. It certainly looks that way for the Vietnamese. Shot fired wide by Lee Quoc Nam. We saw the back heel earlier, the cheeky back heel from Morioka. Came back to bite them in the backside. And again, trying to overplay like that can really affect a side if you don't take your chances. Little nudge in the back means Sakai goes to ground. And we're into the final 45 seconds. Sakaguchi just launches it down the other end of the field of play. Well held off. Phong Trong Luan just making sure his body was in the way. Lee Kwok Nam. Tran Long Du. Phong Trong Luan. Lee Kwok Nam. Everybody closing down, so Hoshi can bring this forwards with just 6 seconds remaining. That, you feel, will be the end of the half. Again, another touch of cramp. The question is if it stays this way, can Vietnam pick themselves up? They will take on the 5th to 8th placed rankings and try and look for that World Cup berth. Kyrgyzstan will be their opponents after they were defeated by around a 7-0. But it was a moment of magic again from Morioka, the 37-year-old veteran, making absolutely no mistake. Just over 2 minutes in to that first period of extra time. It's the Japanese that take the lead by 4-3. So the two sides change ends as the benches change, which is what happens in futsal. The referee blows the whistle. They'll want to get on with this next 5 minutes pretty quickly. Some last words of encouragement from Miguel Rodrigo. Japanese fans, as you would expect, here to the very end. It was that man that started the comeback, Dan Phat, with 5 minutes left in normal time. Vietnam got another surprise for us. This remaining 5 minutes will tell us. Here is Dan Phat. Possession kept from Tran Tai Hui. I don't think I've ever seen a coach as calm as Miguel Rodrigo on the sidelines. Seems to be taking it all in his stride, but with Morioka up top, things can be a little bit easier. Henmi fights and battles back for it, easily picked up by Naboya. Sakai finds Henmi. Challenge came in, but it wasn't bad at all. And you can see there Naboya going absolutely crazy at the rest of his teammates for not backing up. Almost the perfect ball in from Tran Tai Hui. Henmi, Morioka. Still Morioka. Naboy. Sakai. Well, there seems to be an altercation here because the referee's given a free kick for the pass back to the goalkeeper. Now, if the ball crosses the line and goes into the opponent's half, then you are allowed to go back to the goalkeeper. The Japanese quite clearly incensed there as they think that that happened. There's the back pass. That's one of those little quirky rules that we mentioned earlier. Japanese not arguing about it, but a real chance here for Vietnam to get themselves back level once more. Lee Quoc Nam is there. Nguyen Bo Quan is over the ball. Tran Van Vu. Is it too close? That's the question. Oh, it's well played, off the line. Naboya with a big chest away. Is that the defining moment in this quarter-final? Lovely feint there from Nguyen Bao Quan. Tran Van Vu drilling it goal-bound. Naboya just stood there and chested it to safety. Is that what's going to define it? Oh, the overload's on again. Deflected just wide, and it's just not going for Tran Van Vu. Vietnam keep pushing. Bo Quan, the goalkeeper, adding the extra man in the opponent's half. Vietnamese popping it around. Again, risque, you have to say. But they got away with one in that second half. Sakai missing an open goal from the halfway line. Nguyen Bo Quan. Just under 3 minutes to go now. Bo Quan. Just keeping it simple. Bo Quan. Fired in there from Tran Van Vu, just hoping to get some sort of deflection. You can see they want to move the ball quickly. That's what they're looking to do. Defensive shape from Japan not broken yet. Nguyen Bo Quan. Oh, it's just a little bit too high for Tran Van Vu. There's that big press that Bruno Formosa was talking about during that second half. He said if we lose the ball, we've got to press high up the field of play. Nice ball played in. Naboya nudge in the back. No, said the referee. Pham Do Qua plays it forwards and an equaliser. Tran Tai Huy.
Goal for Vietnam by player number 14.
Well, with just under 2 minutes to go, Vietnam draw level once more. What a strike that is. Tran Tai Huy, absolutely no mistake. Morioka at the other end, a big save though from Nguyen Van Huy. Are we going to a penalty shootout? Naboya. Still Naboya. The outside of the foot trying to outfox the keeper. Vietnam are going for this. Once again, they've pushed Nguyen Bo Quan further forwards. They've caught the Japanese twice with this. Well, it's almost like a power play with the extra man. Some real character being shown by the Vietnamese side. 36 seconds remain. Ball scoot forwards, but to no avail. So the clock will stop again. Morioka. Naboya, just 10 seconds left now. Can they get a shot away? Yoshikawa. They're not going to. Vietnam scramble it to safety. And we are going to a penalty shootout.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You would not have predicted that
full-time score is Japan for
at all before this game started, and there's no wonder that the Vietnamese boys look pleased with themselves. The last time that there was a penalty shootout in the quarter-finals, you have to go back all the way to 2001, and that was Kazakhstan against Japan. Japan winning 7-6 on penalties at this stage of the competition in the quarter-finals. It hasn't happened for 15 years, and we are going to have it here live on Fox Sports. Well, what a wonderful event this has been, and you have to take your hats off to Vietnam, and you have to say well done, fair play, and credit to Bruno Formosa and his side. Absolutely stunning. What a performance it's been from them. Full-time score reads 4-4, but that's not the full-time outcome, because we are going to have a penalty shootout, and it does look as though Vietnam are going to change the goalkeeper for the penalty shootout. You can see there Miguel Rodrigo doesn't look fazed by much at all, but there is definitely a raise in the brow there. No one would have thought that with 35 places separating these two sides in the FIFA World Rankings, that the 9th place side would be taken all the way by the side that's ranked 44th in the world. It really is an unbelievable achievement from Vietnam. And are we on for what could be one of the biggest shocks ever in AFC Futsal Championship history? So a shootout is what it's going to be. Unbelievable. So it's Japan that are going to go first, and it's going to be the veteran Morioka that places the ball. Seen it all before. It is Morioka. No! No! Was it in? That's the question Morioka is asking. Nguyen Din Hoa is in goal. Oh, that looked as though it cleared the line. Well, that quite clearly cleared the line. It's been given as a miss. That hasn't, though. Nguyen Bo Kwan makes no mistake. Henry steps up. Henry scores. Well, that was a big penalty. So can Vietnam put themselves right in the box seat here? Duong An Tung. Saved! You have to say, Fujiwara didn't know too much about it. He wasn't even looking at the ball, it just hit his hand. Well, went for power. Tried to go straight down the middle, but it's 1-1 again. And that is unbelievable. Niboya misses. So a chance here for Vietnam to go further than they've ever been before. And it rests on the shoulders of Phong Truong Loan. The biggest shock ever in the AFC Futsal Championship. The champions are out. Unbelievable scenes at the Universal Stadium. Vietnam have done it. And I have to tell you, it is deserved. The hero of the night will be Phong Truong Loan. It's his penalty that has sent Vietnam through to the World Cup finals in Colombia. And they will have a semi-final as well against Iran. They lost 15-4 against Iran 2 years ago. So they have got a point to prove in the semi-final. But it's all about one thing tonight. It's all about Vietnam. It's an unbelievable fairy tale story. They've beat the reigning champions. Vietnam progressed through to the semi-finals.
David, it's us!
I know!
We've come to take you home!
3 days later!
Nobody knew where you were!
I texted Alexis.
Alexis hasn't been here for a week and a half.
I had breakfast with her.
That was me.
We had a lengthy conversation about hosiery and menopause.
Again, that was me. You're a pain in the ass.
A delightful compliment.
Schitt's Creek. New episode Tuesday, only on FX.
Feeling sluggish and sleepy after dinner? Bored of watching the same old shows? Get hyped because, thank goodness, it's football!
Oh, sensational!
Every weeknight from 8:30 p.m. Bring that spark back to your life.
Fantastic strike!
With the best footballing action all across Europe and Asia.
Oh, what a goal! What a finish that is!
So celebrate TGIF every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Only on Fox Sports.
On Central tonight, it's advantage Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. An upset Cristiano Ronaldo walks out of a Champions League press conference. And the last 8